another beautiful Saturday evening. Welcome to the Genesis on Benue Television. I'm super excited to come to you to talk to you about a very important topic today. We are looking at the challenges children face in the 21st century. Yeah, 21st century. You know, we are now in the digital world, and children now have limitless access to smartphones and digital world. And you know what? Just as they have advantages, there are also disadvantages that children are facing. Today with me in the studio, we have William Alpha and Favor to speak on this topic and speak on the challenges they are facing. But before we meet these young genius, we're going on a quick break. We'll be right back. Just stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching the Genesis, and like I told you earlier, we are going to be discussing challenges children face in the 21st century. And with me in the studio is Miss William Favor to speak on some of the challenges she and other children are facing. So let's give it up for Miss Favor. High five. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine. It's nice to be here.
Oh, nice to have you. You look so cute.
Thank you.
All right. And she's here not alone. She's here with her mentor, Abojo of Patience. Hello, welcome to the studio, ma'am.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, this is the Genesis, and we're going to be talking about challenges that you and other children are facing in the 21st century. You are a 21st century child, and there's so many challenges that you are facing. So let's begin this way. Who is a child?
A child is a young human being who has not yet reached the age of puberty.
Oh,
It's not mature in this world, both sexually, physically, mentally. It's not ready to be introduced into this young world.
oh yeah. And at that stage, they are not ready to even take decisions of their own,
Very
right?
true.
Okay. But you agree with me that they face challenges.
True. They
Yeah.
face a lot of problems.
A lot of problems. So you are going to be telling me some of those problems they face, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, we have peer pressure, like friends pushing you into things you don't want to go into, like secondary school kids introduced to drugs, sex at young ages,
Yeah.
clubbing, and so many more. We have lack of education due to parents having lack of fees. They are insecure because many children are being killed as they go out in this world. So parents are feeling insecure to allow their kids go out in this world. Then we have stress. It's a common problem. Children get stressed from school, from housework, especially the girls working every day. And we also have racism, a very common problem affecting both young and old. People feel that you're different, like someone just see your house, you give it something like that, and they feel they hate you, they despise their culture. They don't like you because you're fair, you're tall, you're this, you're that. They don't like just because of that.
Just like that. You don't have long hair, your teeth are not white or something like that. All right. So, ma'am, let me turn to you now. She just mentioned stress. And that point caught me. I'm coming back to you to talk about other challenges. But let me just turn to you now. She mentioned stress. And you are a teacher. So, curriculum these days have so much. Children go to school from 8 to 4. It's such a way that when you are done with the school by 2, there is a lesson class, and by that, sometimes even when the children come back home by 4, the parents still have lesson teachers at home waiting for them already.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about this, especially the curriculum? How have you also as a teacher managed to put them all through? What do they do in the class all day? How do you manage it?
The thing is, we try to follow the curriculum given to us by the Ministry of Education, not to overload the children. That's why we have several subjects where we have a time for subject, we have a break where the children are allowed to rest and even play, so they are
Okay.
not overloaded. And then we try to reduce the lesson times that these children have. But still, we still find parents giving their children extra lesson, maybe because of time, they don't have time for them. So they want them to be engaged. Some children, if they're allowed to play too much, they learn nothing, next to nothing. So the parents give them that extra classes to help them follow up on what their teachers teach. But as a school, we try to manage a situation where we allow these children to read and then rest and play a little, because play is part of their learning. So for the ones that happen at home, we don't have control over them. Yeah, we don't. So, but those that happen in school, we take proper control of.
Okay.
Yes, we take charge. We don't overload. I think in the class in my school where I teach, they just in the primary section, that's the lower primary, they have just 9 subjects, which is very okay for a child of 6, 7 years old. So they are not.
Especially when we are now in a digital world, and most parents, most adults, they cannot operate these computers. But
Yes.
children, oh,
Can some
They
even
can.
the Android phone they can operate because of that challenge they have.
yeah, that's
Yes,
very true.
that's true. Yeah.
So coming back to you, Favor, it's so funny, right? That adults cannot even operate phones. That is so funny. That is because you are in the 21st century where you have access to all these things. When some of our parents were growing up, they never had access to computers and all that. So, just before now, you mentioned some challenges that children are facing. So, which one of them affect children most?
To me, the most effective one is sexual abuse.
Oh,
And
why?
cases, you hear most cases that children get abused sexually from ages 0 to 9. Those ages are the most common. You hear in the news that a child of 9, a child of 8, a child of 6 got abused by it. And the funny thing about it is not in most cases, not your strangers. It's people who you're close to who want to abuse you mostly. Like your aunts, your uncles, your aunts, even mom and dad. Sometimes, in most cases, they abuse you. And as she rightly said, it grows up with you. There's some things that you experience that you can never forget, or you can't just get rid of your memory. They always stay with you. And these problems, I can say that all these problems, all of them have their intensity, not just sexual abuse, physical abuse, parents giving more labor that is actually meant for a child at tender age, lack of education, not allowed to go to school, we have illiteracy, and not allowed to go to university. But the most effective one, in my opinion, is sexual abuse.
All right. So that takes me to Miss Patience. You know, she has just talked about sexual abuse and mentioning coming from a child. You know what that means?
Yeah.
That it's coming from the people around closer to you. That you can even imagine. They know people. They are not strangers. People right in your home, even your parents. This is happening. What is the school or you as a teacher? What should schools be doing? Is there anything like sexual education for the children where you are teaching or anything like that?
Yeah, sexual education is a very serious topic. Some mothers still, up till now, some mothers or some parents still shy away from giving that education to their children. It's not just for girls, boys and girls. So the school where I teach, the classes, the upper primary, they're being given this education like every now and then, because it is a very vital part of education. Because if a child does not get it from the home, the child should be able to get it from the school.
Of course.
So if the school is failing and the home is failing, then the world takes over. And then the child learns from the internet. We're in the 21st century. the internet, even on the phone you can,
have access to,
and they know how to operate the phone even before you say go here. They already know it more than adults.
They teach you.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, I can say the school I'm working with, they're really trying. They're doing a great job with that aspect. We bring up these children not just educationally, we give them moral upbringing, bring them up in the Christian way. We find time, they also find time to talk about their growth, especially those that are in the upper primary section, because these are the ones that really are the target group for this at this time. So I think we're really trying.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. So, have you benefit from any class that is on sexual abuse or any sex education?
I really benefited from this knowledge, because now I know places where are inappropriate to touch, even for a girl, or even for a boy or a girl to touch that place, because it's inappropriate, whether a girl or a boy from the same sex, boy or girl. And I've also learned that it's not only girls who get abused, boys too get abused from these, and we feel that it's the boys who abuse us more than they getting abused. So we don't really care mostly for what the boys are getting from this. We are more concerned about the girls. So I have benefited from this, and I know that if in the future I get kids, or a boy or girl, I will know that it's not only the girls who get abused, the boys too get abused. So from time to time I need to talk to them, I need to check them what's happening in their life, and so on and so forth.
Oh, that's interesting. So, if you've mentioned earlier that you know a lot of people, a lot of young children being abused day by day, is a day-to-day topic, the first century world. So, how do children handle such issues when they come in contact with such kind of abuses?
Okay, the first and most important thing is to share with someone you trust, who is appropriate to hear this kind of knowledge. Not like someone like your best friend. You can't share that kind of information with someone. Like if you've been abused, you're not really supposed to share that kind of information with your best friend, because it's not really the right person to share that information with. You should go to someone who has experience in this kinds of things.
Teachers,
your teachers, your parents, your guardians. Open up with them. That's the first and most important thing. And your parents, as the duty of the parent or the guardian is, if the child has been physically or mentally or sexually abused, the first thing the guardian or parent has to take their child to the hospital, medical attention, because most of these cases, when the victim grows up, they have problems giving birth and all of this. It's true.
How old are you again? Oh my goodness. This coming from a child is something exceptional. Okay, go on.
It's true, they have problems like this, and it's really common in our society.
Yeah.
So we need, as parents, to talk to our children and spend some time with them. From time to time you come to them and say what's happening in school, what's this, what's that, so they can be free with you. And as parents, we should also find a listening ear, because sometimes your child comes to you to say they want to talk to you about something, and then you see you're too busy, you have to,
and all that,
and the child feels, because you don't have time to talk to me, I'll go to my best friend who has time for me, and the best friend may give you the wrong advice, and you follow it and something worse happens. So we should always, as parents, we should have a listening ear to our kids and our younger ones, our sisters too. And as children, we should also be open with our parents. We shouldn't have any secrets from them, because secrets as children now are not good things to keep from them, because everything our parents should know about us. Our parents should know everything concerning us in our life, everything. So if a problem happens, something happens, they can be able to solve that problem with you because they know everything about you.
Yeah. And I'm so excited that this is coming from a child. And you know what that means? Because these children are well informed now. And it's very interesting because they know what is wrong, they know what is right, and by the time somebody is talking to them in a way that does not seem right, you already pick it quickly. And so, coming to you, what do you think parents should be doing to? She has already said a lot of what the parents should be doing, as if she's a parent already. So you as a parent and as a teacher, what do you think parents should be doing? Because just like she rightly said, we get too busy. Your child wants to talk to you, or your pupil in school wants to talk to you, and you are too busy. No. What do you think?
Okay, I think Afam has said a whole lot. For parents, you should keep a tab on your children. Watch what they do. What are they watching? Who are they discussing with? You can even call them. That's your friend. Invite them over. I want to see them.
In the 21st century, before a child clocks 1 year, we are already taking the child
to school, kindergarten. Yes. So,
and we are proud. We brag that my child, when my child was just 1 year,
they started school already.
They say 1, A, 2, and all that. So you don't even get to understand these children at all. Just the way it used to be before a child clocks 2 years,
even 4.
Even 4.
I remember when I was taken to school, I was made to cross my hand this way to be sure that I could touch my ear to be admitted in the primary school.
Yeah.
But these days,
6 months that their parents are bankers, and anywhere they just drop them there, and they are made to stay there till 4 o'clock or so ever. We take pampers to school, feeding bottles to school, and we leave everything in the hands of the caregivers to do all this. So parents, the truth is they are way out of the picture. So they don't really know. So we're talking to parents now. This is coming from a child, Pharaoh, telling you to pay attention to them. They have some yearnings that they want to discuss with you. So as a parent, we should pay more attention to our words and children, so that they will feel free to discuss these issues with us. But if we don't smile, if we are too busy, there's no way they're going to feel free to discuss with you. In fact, they don't even know what is reading your mind. So it keeps them away. Just like for a teacher, pay attention. Whether you are a Sunday school teacher, you are in the normal school teaching, please pay attention to the student around you, and this will help go a long way in shaping the society. On this note, we'll go on a quick break. We'll be back, so stay.
Is that TV? My name is John Ikechukwu. Even Benue television is super. May God keep you guys. Congratulations. I'll be with you.
Welcome back to the Genesis. We are discussing challenges children faced in the 21st century, and with me in the studio is Miss Favor Afam, and she's giving us some tips to parents and also the children on how best to manage these challenges. Do you think teachers and parents have contributed in helping to reduce or increase the challenges?
In my opinion, I feel that parents and teachers have helped decrease the rate of these problems because they've created awareness to their kids to know when these problems happen to you. They know who to turn to, they know what to do, they know what not to do, so they are already ahead of what, like a plan. if this thing happens, you know, you do this, you do that. If you've been sexually assaulted, talk to me. You can feel free to your dad, your mom, so things like that. So you are informed by the teachers and not just the parents. The teachers to contribute because we spend most time with them in school. Because as you rightly said, we are dropped in school from even before the age of 1. So the teachers are there with us, and as we're in the upper primary in the school where I go to, we are taught about these problems, its effects, and who we should turn to if we are not comfortable with our parents. We can go to them. They are like our first parents away from home. So we can turn to them if we're not comfortable talking to our parents because they're our second role model. So we can turn to them, we're comfortable with them. And the parents also help. But I can also say the parents to contribute because sometimes your child opens up to you and then you are so angry. The child is scared. The child becomes scared the next time he talks to you. What if he does this? What if he does that? What if he does this? And the child is scared, terrified to open up the next time. So it feels that it's safer that I just keep this with me so my mom will not be angry, my dad will not be angry, my mom will not shout at me and all of those things. They're scared. They're truly terrified. So as parents also, we should learn to at least calm down when we're open up with them. Because if you're that angry about it, the next time your child, something like that happens to her, the parents, the child feels scared that what happens if I tell my mom this? Will she be happy with me? And the evil thoughts start crowding up the child's head. Then it feels that it's safe for me to keep this a secret with myself, and it blows up with you. So as parents, we should, and teachers also, we should learn to calm down when our children open up this kind of secrets with us, so they feel safer and more comfortable to discuss with you.
I don't even know what to say. Coming from a child, we should learn to control our temper, be patient with them, and we should not even wait until it happens before they open up to us. When you, just like you mentioned earlier, when you notice they are moody or they are not okay, they are no longer themselves, you should check on them. Do you think parents and teachers have helped reduce this in any way?
Yes, I would say parents are really trying these days. Unlike those days that we were younger, our parents never had that time to, some of us, our parents never had that attention, give us that attention that parents are giving to children these days. You see the peak and drop their children. Some are even interested in knowing what's happening, even in the classroom. They come as far as talking to the teachers, what's happening with my child, why does my child, why does he not eat his food or her food, why does he not write his notes? So these are, you should know that parent has, in fact, I like such parents, yes. You have the time and the interest of your child at heart. So I must say, I commend parents these days are really doing a great job. But you cannot do away with some of these things. There are vices that we have to continue fighting against. So they still happen. Because parents still have to work to provide for these children.
They do.
So that time they leave their children, one or two things happen. It may not be their will, but it does. So I must commend parents these days. They're really trying. The attention they give to their children, at least taking statistics from where I work, I see the work that parents put in their children. It's commendable.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Kudos to you, teachers.
Thank you.
All right. So, what advice do you have for kids watching you right now?
Okay, to all the kids watching me right now, I want to tell you that, first of all, you're not alone in this problem. There are other kids like you facing this problem, and you need to seek advice and help from someone who is older and mature. And I want to also advise you that wherever point you are, this is just your starting point. You have many other places to go, so this is just a starting point, and you have a higher level of intelligence for you, and you have many other places to go just for you and just for you.
Very good. A high five. This is interesting. So, what advice to parents and teachers?
Okay, I think I've mentioned. Okay, I have said before that for parents, be in touch with your kids. Don't say this is a boy, this is a girl, this one is going to get married, this one. Every child is important, a boy or a girl. Pay attention to what they do at home, in school, who they talk to, who are their friends, the kind of movies or cartoons they watch, and what they do with your phones. If you give them phones, keep a tab on it. What are they watching at this time? Pornography is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So keep a tab on your children, what they do. And then for teachers, pay attention to your kids. Guidance counseling units in every school, very important, because these are the areas where they come in cases like this. So most especially the teachers from the classroom should start their homework in the classroom. Pay attention to the children in your class. Yeah. And even if it's not the one in your class, the one you're teaching, as long as you're teaching that child is your child. So pay attention to them. Anytime you see them not being comfortable, ask questions. Know these children. Ask them questions so that they have confidence in you.
Okay. All right. I'm so glad to have you on the show.
I'm so pleased to be here.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you. And the way you spoke, there's something. It's not just about this topic, but there's something. We now have hope that people like you have children who are coming up and who are now understanding what is right and what should be done. And we now have hope that even when you grow up and you become a parent, you know the right way and the right styles to bring up your children. So that is hope for the society, and we are so happy to have you. So we have come to the end of the Genesis today. I'm super excited that this topic we could discuss it this way. I was thinking that this is too much. Challenges children face in the 21st century, and having a child speak on this was awkward. But I know you have gotten something. I have gotten something. Children out there, you have to be vigilant. You have to be careful. You have to be open. Be open to your parents. Discuss those things that you are facing. Those your fears. Bring it out. Discuss with your parents. Do not be afraid of them. Thank you for watching. Let's all be vigilant for a better society tomorrow. Bye and thank you. See you same time next week for a more interesting episode of the program. I am Nashundam. Bye for now.